Coming into this world, the Undersea world, is a tough place to grow up in. Some are fortunate to have two involved parents, like the bearded gobies, which hide their eggs in the coral. Clownfish will share the parenting responsibilities of protecting the eggs and rearing the young. Skeleton shrimp, or caprellid, also do this. The eggs will hatch into tiny versions of the adults. She'll carry her brood on her back until they're ready to fend for themselves. She has help from others in her clan. Others depend on a single parent to watch over the eggs, and most of the time it's Daddy. These various colored eggs show that this cabezon has attracted multiple females. The Garibaldi builds a nest to attract females. Once she's laid her eggs, she's chased off. He has to be ever vigilant, or even his compatriots will destroy the nest. The cardinalfish will brood eggs in his mouth until they're ready to hatch. The male sarcastic fringehead protects his eggs that are hidden inside of an empty moon snail shell. The loser's eggs get destroyed by the victor. Crabs and squat lobster will hold her eggs until they're ready to hatch, as does the mantis shrimp and many other shrimp. Absentee parents try to give their young a safe start by laying their eggs near or on their food source, like the rainbow nudibranch or Dendronotus iris. Others will be left on their own to hatch as plankton in the water column. The brightly colored eggs are a signal that they are toxic. But not to some egg-eating nudibranchs. The swell shark deposits her egg on the reef and hopes for the best. Flamboyant cuttlefish lay only a few eggs, but they hide them on the reef. As does the broad-clubbed cuttlefish. The red octopus guards her eggs until they are mature. She will stop eating and will do nothing but tend to and protect her eggs, even from other octopus. Once they start to hatch, she will fan them to help them on their way. This will be the last thing she will ever do. Squid lay lots of eggs. The odds of survival are very low, thus lots are produced. The sea hare can lay 50 million eggs in its lifetime. It can protect itself and the eggs with an aversive chemical opaline. Some fish, like this gravid frogfish, are broadcast spawners. The eggs will be fertilized in the water column and become part of the plankton. Her suitor will be staying close by her until this happens. A few species partner up for this process. like the CO soles and the mandarin fish. The rainbow wrasse prefer the group spawning approach. Many invertebrates have a specific time during the year to spawn, thus ensuring that egg and sperm meet. Most of these eggs will become part of the plankton in the water column. Many as single eggs, others as egg masses, all just floating in the currents. Once they turn into tiny copies of their parents, they will be trying to hide from predators any way they can. That is, if they're not eaten along the way. There are a lot of mouths to avoid, from small ones to large ones. As the juvenile fish grow out of their planktonic phase, they start looking for a place to hide. A place that, currents willing, will bring them to a nice reef. If the planktonic juveniles are fortunate enough to find their way back to a reef, they'll find lots of mouths awaiting them. Against all odds, a few have made it and became juvenile versions of their parents. They can never let their guard down as they approach adulthood and beyond. These moves really confuse predators. Juvenile wrasse also have erratic moves to confuse predators. Colors and patterns is another defensive strategy the juveniles use. Being a successful predator takes a bit of practice. This new generation has survived a gauntlet of threats. Some were fortunate to have parents that gave them a head start, others had to chance it in the plankton. With a bit of luck and perseverance, they'll become masters of their domain.